Guys, it's Dr. Wright. I am at the office here, and today we are starting the second day. This is number 2. Hi, it's Dr. Letitia Wright. This is our second day of having our Unfair Advantage live lunch. So I'm going to turn my computer down because since I'm at the office, I have the phone and I have the computer, and I can actually watch and see the actual responses, and see what's going on and see who has to say what. So welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm going to be talking about unfair advantage, and welcome even if you are new or you're watching this on the replay. Definitely share it out with people on Facebook. Just share it to your group if you think that it's helpful to you. This is a great way for us to communicate. I figured we'd come together, we'd have lunch, and hey, 3 people already shared it, so thank you so much. It's got 3 shares already. The thing is that what I wanted to talk about today, and you can have your lunch. I don't have my lunch here because I don't want to talk and eat, but what I wanted to talk about today is really sharing about filtering. As you know, I'm the author of a book called Unfair Advantage, and today I wanted to talk about the unfair advantage of filtering. We have a lot going on. The media is big time in pushing a lot of things. We have a lot happening in the media, and I want everybody to really just take a minute and step back and think about kids for a minute. Your kids, the kids that are in your house, your nieces and your nephews. There's a lot of tragedy happening, very scary things happening, and the news and the media is playing it all. Everything from car chases to these terrible shootings. And what's happening is that people are, in an attempt to make their children conscious and aware, they're letting them watch all the shootings. They're letting them watch all this stuff that's very negative and very, very scary. And so while I think it is important that you have conversations, especially if you're a parent of color, I think it's important that you have conversations with your children about what's going on, because you need to make them aware, and you need to make them aware of safety. When I first moved to where I live, the Confederate flags were flown pretty consistently right outside the neighborhood. So if they were coming outside the neighborhood, the first liquor store / gas station that was closest to my house, hey Sonia, that was closest to my house flew a Confederate flag. So this is not stuff from Carolina. This is happening in California. This is happening everywhere. And as a parent, I had to educate my children that if you come to a house where there is a Confederate flag flying, that is not a safe place for you to be. Even if you're in danger, that's not where you want to go for help, because that's not a sympathetic person. So you're watching all of this stuff, and see, in the old days, media used to be something to gather around and gather the family around. When radio first came out, what would happen is that, way back in the day, your grandparents, great-grandparents, radio is all they had to listen to. The family would sit down around the radio and listen to shows, listen to mystery shows. They would listen to radio music shows. They would listen to stories. That's where soap operas started. Soap operas actually started in radio. And this would happen in, oh, George, I can't believe you didn't get the milk. The whole thing. And so families, it'd be a great time to sit around after you ate and gather and listen to the radio show. And so it was a great family opportunity. Then TV came along. TV was black and white and the tinfoil ears and all that kind of great stuff. TV came along, and that became something to gather around and even eat the meals around. That's where TV dinners came from. I used to like that one that had green beans and brownie and meatloaf. I used to love that. And the family would gather around and watch important things. The death of President Kennedy, the death of Martin Luther King. I mean, people were gathering around and watching these important news. Now we're seeing shootings and death and destruction, and all I'm saying is that maybe we just want to take our kids back a little bit of a step. Make sure you do explain to them what's going on, but they don't have to be constantly exposed to it. Even some of the Facebook feeds and the Twitter feeds, just constant negativity, this happening, that happening, this happening. Take a break. There is an unfair advantage in keeping yourself fresh and clean and strong. And you can keep on top of the news. Give me some thumbs up if you know that this is true. You can keep on top of the news and not be on it every single day. So the unfair advantage of filtering is really sitting back and deciding what's going to be in my environment and what is not going to be in my environment. Thank you, Alina, for the like. I like that. Thank you so much. I can kind of see because I have. Thank you for the thumbs up. I have the. I have the page open, and I have the sound down, and so I can kind of look at it on the computer because I'm not outside. I was going to do it from outside by the water fountain, but I turned on my phone and I had 0 power. So we'll try the water fountain tomorrow. But we just want to take a step back and we want to filter. You want to filter for your kids. Yes, explain to them what's going on, but filter. They don't have to see every single one. Hello, Sonia Lewis. They don't have to see every single thing that happened. And we want to step back and we want to filter our life. When you can filter, yeah, everything in moderation, Alina, exactly, everything in moderation. When you step back and you filter your life, then you're saying, you know, no, this doesn't get in, and yes, this does get in. You know, one of my best friends, not so into zombies. I love zombies, but not so into that one, not so into zombies. Well, most of my friends, not so into zombies. Okay, they filter that. They're not trying to see that. I am. Everybody has a right to choose. Choose the filter that you want. Be what you want, how you want. You know what I always say. Be whatever you want to be. If you can be a unicorn, then be a unicorn, but otherwise be yourself. But the whole thing is that we have to really, really figure out what we're going to filter in and what we're not going to filter in. I think it'll make you stronger when you take a step back. You know, take a step back and really just not let things sink into you. So that's our unfair advantage for today. You know, I'm the author of Unfair Advantage, Your Path to Abundance. If you don't have the ebook, you can check it out. It's $4.97 because I'm working on the big book, the workbook, the whole, hey, Raphael, Dr. Rios, how are you? Good to see you, Dr. Rios. I'm working on the ebook, the conference. There's all kinds of great stuff happening under Unfair Advantage. But I just want to really just have this lunchtime thought to really think through, filter. You don't have to take in everything. You don't have to watch the news every single second. I can't wait to meet you too. I'll be at an event with Alina. You guys have probably seen me showing that. It's November 5th in Boston area. It's actually in Quincy, but it's in Boston, and I'll be speaking about crowdfunding there. We're in the middle of the crowdfunding challenge, so some of you who might see this, you might be watching that. You've got a video today, you've got your homework, and your homework goes into Perry Crowdfunders Facebook group. For those of you who missed that challenge and you're interested in crowdfunders and investors, we have a new one that starts in November 7th, and you can actually sign up for that at crowdfundednow.com. crowdfundednow.com. Just go sign up. You'll get some information. Nothing's happening quite now, but I'll be explaining about how to get investors using a crowdfunding project. And then Thursday, I'll be in Los Angeles at the Power Networking Conference, and Dr. Frazier will be there, and it's so cool. So I'm looking forward to that. So I hope you're enjoying your lunch. Join me here tomorrow, 12 noon. We'll have a short lunch break. For those of you on the East Coast, it's a great time to take your tea, take whatever, take a break. I actually didn't eat lunch yet, so I'm going to eat. Thank you so much. Please share this with somebody, and let's grow the tribe. I'll see you guys. Remember, ignoring one's conscience is neither safe nor right. And I'll see you next time. Thank you, Sonia. That's my unfair advantage. See you, Dr. Rios. And Dr. Rios, it's probably time for us to have lunch. Talk to you soon.